Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash at the garage, where spec sheets get put to the test, badges don't automatically earn bragging rights, and every car has to prove itself in the real world, one turn of the wheel at a time. If you're new here, this is where we cut through the marketing noise and dig into what a vehicle is actually like to live with, from the moment you see it across a parking lot to the second you step out after a hard drive. Today, we're looking at something that blends everyday usability with the kind of performance that can put a smile on your face even on the Monday morning commute at the 2026 Audi RS3. And trust me, this little rocket is far more than just a fast A3 exterior. From the moment you walk up to it, the 2026 Audi RS3 announces itself without screaming. The front end is sharper and meaner than before, with Audi's new single-frame grille stretched low and wide, finished in gloss black honeycomb that's deep enough to swallow shadows. The LED headlights are slimmer, with new signature DRL patterns that almost look like they're in motion. And if you go for the optional matrix LED setup, the light animations when you unlock it are pure car nerd candy. The lower bumper intakes are functional, feeding air to the radiators and brakes, but they're also sculpted in a way that makes the front end look planted and aggressive even when the car is sitting still. The hood carries subtle power bulges, hinting at the turbocharged 5-cylinder lurking underneath. Move along the side, and the RS3's stance is what really sells the performance promise. The wheel arches are slightly flared, giving the car a more muscular shoulder line compared to the regular A3. Sitting on 19-inch alloy wheels, with options for milled edges or matte finishes, it fills the arches perfectly and no massive wheel gap, no underwhelming proportions. The side skirts are pronounced but integrated, with just enough gloss black trim to tie into the front and rear designs. The roofline still has that sleek sportback silhouette, especially on the hatch version, but the sedan looks just as good. Day compact, taut, and ready to pounce. The little RS badges on the fenders are a reminder of the pedigree, but Audi's restraint means it still flies under the radar if you want it to. At the back, things get even more distinctive. The LED taillights echo the front's slim, technical design, and the sequential turn signals are as satisfying as ever. The rear bumper houses a functional diffuser, and, in a time when so many performance cars are faking it, the RS3 sticks to its guns with two massive oval exhaust tips that actually connect to the exhaust system. No fake mesh, no dummy pipes, just real metal and real noise. The subtle lip spoiler on the trunk lid, or the roof spoiler on the Sportback, adds a little aerodynamic help and a touch of visual balance without going boy racer over the top. Interior: step inside, and the RS3 blends premium comfort with driver-focused intent in a way that's pure Audi. The first thing you notice is the quality. Everything you touch feels solid, with soft touch materials, Alcantara accents, and precise stitching. The sport seats are aggressively bolstered but still comfortable enough for daily driving, and if you spec them in apple leather with RS embossing, they feel every bit as premium as they look. The flat-bottom steering wheel, wrapped in Alcantara or leather depending on the trim, has RS mode buttons right within reach, so you can go from comfortable cruising to track readiness without diving into menace. The digital side of the interior is all about clarity and customization. Audi's 12.3-inch virtual cockpit plus dominates the view ahead, with special RS performance layouts that put your revs and speed front and center, along with tire pressures, G-forces, and lap timers if you're feeling brave. The central touchscreen is slick and responsive, running Audi's MMI interface with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus the latest navigation and voice control. Below it, the physical climate controls are a blessing, and no endless screen menus just to adjust the temperature. There's ambient lighting throughout the cabin that can be set to dozens of colors, and at night, it turns the RS3's interior into a properly modern cockpit. But let's be honest, the real magic of the 2026 RS3 isn't the way it drives. Performance under the hood is Audi's legendary 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-5, now making around 415 horsepower and 500 Newton-meters of torque. The sound alone is worth the price of admission. That warbling, Rally-inspired note that's become the RS3's calling card. Power goes through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that's lightning fast when you want it to be but smooth enough for stop-and-go traffic. Audi's latest Quattro all-wheel drive system with the RS2 splitter is standard, meaning it can actively send more power to the rear axle, even biasing it to one wheel for a kind of controlled oversteer that no previous RS3 could pull off so effortlessly. On paper, 0 to 100 km/h happens in just about 3.8 seconds, and top speed is limited to 250 km/h unless you take the optional Dynamic Plus package, which bumps it up to 290 km/h. But numbers only tell half the story. The steering is sharper and more communicative than before, and in RS mode, the car feels alive, agile enough for tight backroads but planted enough for high-speed stability. Adaptive dampers mean it can be comfortable in comfort mode, soaking up city streets, or stiff and flat in dynamic mode for maximum cornering confidence. The brakes are strong, with optional carbon ceramic rotors up front if you plan on regular track days. Fuel economy? Let's just say you don't buy an RS3 for that, but Audi's cylinder-on-demand tech helps it sip a bit less when cruising, and in mixed driving, you might see somewhere around 9 to 10 liters per 100 kilometers if you behave yourself. Realistically, though, you'll want to hear that 5-cylinder sing, and that means a little more fuel station bonding time. Pricing for the 2026 Audi RS3 starts around $62,000 in the US, but with the right packages, think Dynamic Plus, RS design, Matrix headlights, Bang Olufsen sound, you can easily push it well into the mid $70,000 range. In markets outside the US, pricing varies, but the story's the same. It's not cheap, but you're paying for a combination of performance, quality, and everyday usability that's hard to match. And that's the thing, the RS3 isn't just a weekend toy. It's small enough to fit anywhere, comfortable enough for the daily grind, refined enough to impress your passengers, and yet explosive enough to embarrass much more expensive sports cars. It's the kind of car that makes you look forward to every drive, whether it's to the store or down your favorite stretch of twisty road. So, after spending time with the 2026 Audi RS3, it's clear this isn't just an update, it's an evolution. The design is sharper, the interior tech is smarter, the driving dynamics are more playful, and that 5-cylinder heart is still beating strong. In a world where so many performance cars are going hybrid or electric, the RS3 feels like a defiant last stand for the kind of internal combustion character enthusiasts love. It's fast, it's fun, it's practical, and it's just a little bit unhinged when you want it to be. That's going to wrap it up for this review. If you enjoyed getting to know the 2026 Audi RS3 and want more deep dives into the cars that matter, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Car Flash, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. As always, drive safe, drive smart, and I'll see you in the next one.